What's up, guys? Welcome to the second podcast. Today we have a special guest, the first guest on the podcast. Say hello.
All right, what's up, man? It's Tommy here. Ready to get shit bracking?
Yeah, we got Tommy on the podcast to talk about some things we'll say later. We also got the usual Alex and Chris. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
You right?
And we posted the podcast, and we got a lot of love that I didn't expect. So we'll keep up the good work, and hopefully the views keep coming in and you enjoy.
Yep.
So first off, we just got just a bit about knowledge right now on the news and whatever. The first off was the Super Bowl. Tom Brady won his 7th ring, the first player to do so. Also, he's won more Super Bowls than any team has, which is insane. And if you're a fan of the Super Bowl, you'll know how much that actually is crazy, because so many teams haven't even won one Super Bowl. And he's won 7.
I'm not really a fan of the Super Bowl, but that's actually crazy. Seven rings.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Can we talk about the halftime show, the weekend?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was good.
Did you know he
Saved the whole show,
paid for
guys.
it, paid for it all himself?
Yeah.
He didn't get
I've
paid for
seen
it
that.
as well.
Did he actually?
7 million he spent on it to make it is how he envisioned it.
Yeah.
Damn.
He didn't get paid for it whatsoever.
A lot of money.
Yeah, that is a lot. And so the Super Bowl was crazy. A lot of people watched it that don't normally watch American football for the first time. Watched it. A few people said it was boring, but for someone that enjoys the sport, you'll notice it was a very defensive game, and defensively it was a very fun game. E.g., me and Chris watch American football, and we enjoyed the game a lot.
Yep.
Feeling like I probably should have watched it. You know? I don't know much about the NFL and nothing like that.
Yeah.
Me either. I watched half of it. I was just there to participate. Really,
Oh yeah,
did not understand what was going on.
Tom Brady's the GOAT. You know?
Yeah, I just know Tom Brady is some old guy who's still in the NFL, going strong.
Yeah.
Gets it done. He gets it done. Doesn't get hit. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Probably.
Doesn't have brain damage or concussion yet.
No.
Right, he probably does, but you never know.
You never know.
Never know.
Also,
Good for it.
some other news that came in was 2,700 documents from the CIA have been released of UFO sightings that are unclassified, which is just big news, because that could really support towards aliens being confirmed and things like that. But it also could mean that other places in the planet have found technology that we cannot use, which is also
It could be like
it's
Russia.
going,
Yeah, yeah.
Russians.
I mean, out of
could be
2,700, one of them's got to be an alien.
probably.
I mean, we don't even know what they are. They're unidentified.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, true.
Guess we'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
One day.
It's the fucking Japs coming.
Yeah.
We also have some news as well. Tommy has some. He's come on the podcast to tell us some news. Tommy, do you want to talk about your?
Oh, right. Basically, I'm gonna be the next world's biggest artist in the world here. You know, big driller, big rapper. You know, I got the bars, I got the flows, I got the chos, I got the woes. You know, just
Would
trying to
you,
put out positive vibes, all that. You know.
Would you want to freestyle real quick?
Shit, I've been thinking about this, you know, but
Yeah,
you know,
show
shit,
people what you got.
I might just throw out a little verse or some shit, you know.
Yeah, go on.
Alright,
Throw it out
alright,
first so that
ready.
you've got it.
Alright.
In a tune.
Nah, just a freestyle verse.
Yeah,
Fuck it, you know.
Yeah.
Right, you're gonna hit a beat.
Yeah, alright. Drum on my hip, ready to hit all of my licks when I'm shooting the chopper. I'm going till it click. Bitch on the shits, fuck on this bitch named Wendy Bombitz. If there's a op, I'm the first to be clocking them. Bitch, do not test me. You could get spot at the meth that you blame. My bitch, she a 10. These thoughts in my heads, they need to pay rent. All these pussy do is vent. Get off your ass, get to the cash. Cause if you're not steady, you could get left in the past. Don't fuck with these snake in the grass. It's blatant to see that they quick to go tell on you fast. Hey, she stays stuck like some glue when I hold on my stick. but I can't speak on the shit that we doing with these choppers like licks. I'm spitting for real, like the Talk Podcast. Shout out, cause that shit be trill. I'm big like a whale, you small like some krill. Bitch, talk your shit, cause that shit that I eat. Y'all be beating your dick while I kill on this beat. Yeah, that's all I got, man.
Yeah, that's calm.
cool.
That's calm. That's
Yeah, there
calm.
we
That's
go, there we
calm.
go.
All right, so now
That was better.
that was sick. That was sick. All right, now we're going to move on to some something that there's been a lot of scientific research, and science are trying their best to bring back extinct animals, especially animals that humans have extinct over periods of us being around. But there's been loads of things, people saying, we're basically playing God, and where do you cross the line?
Yeah, it's
You know.
something like out of Jurassic World or Jurassic Park, isn't it?
Yeah,
Crazy.
that is the thing. Like, where do you draw the line? Because if we can make things and bring them back, it's almost like we are playing God. Although it would
Yeah.
be really good for the ecosystems to bring things back, but you also have to think about maybe there's a reason they're extinct or and things like that. There's loads of
It could
different.
be also bad
Yeah,
because
There's many reasons for why animals go extinct. Some of those reasons of human cause, which is,
Yeah.
a bit
like wolves.
doo doo.
Yeah.
The thing is, they could also go extinct because there's not enough food for them.
Yeah.
Like herbivores or
Yeah.
Yeah.
they could be eating all our plants, all our greenery.
Yeah, and then if we
which
bring
we
them
don't have
back,
that much of.
if we bring them back, it can ruin the ecosystems and things.
We have a shortage of other food.
Yeah, I have a list of dinosaurs here. We're just going to not dinosaurs, sorry, just a list of animals. Dinosaurs is included, but we are going to talk about a load of animals that are extinct and our opinions on if we should bring them back or not. But as I said then, the first one on our list is dinosaurs. Obviously, I think we all know the answer to this one.
It depends on which dinosaurs though.
Yeah.
Carnivore ones are, I don't know.
See, I think
Probably not.
if
you just end up killing them anyways.
See, this is the thing about dinosaurs. So many people, when they hear dinosaurs, it's just a massive category of dinosaurs. But what people don't understand is, for example, a stegosaur and a T-Rex. The year difference between them is larger than the year difference between us and T-Rexes.
Oh, that's kind of. I did not know that. That's kind of mad.
So if we brought back stegosaurs and T-Rexes in one place, then that's not an ecosystem, because they never lived around each other. Like, for example, Spinosaurs and T-Rexes, they never lived each other. For one, they were in completely different areas, and they were in completely different year zones.
Yeah.
And people...
You'd have to have quite big enclosures for them.
Yeah, that's true. But that's also the thing is where, because especially in Jurassic World, it's in an island. But the island where they film is very known for hurricanes and storms and things like that. And it would
hurricanes wouldn't be good for enclosures.
Yeah. And even if there was no enclosures and they were just free, they would probably die off. Because they're such big animals and
island.
Mm.
It's like if dinosaurs were in the UK.
Yeah.
No,
some won't survive.
Mm.
They would take years for them to adapt, evolve.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have that ability to live that long to evolve.
Yeah.
Like best place to have that is like Africa or something like that, just in the plains or some shit.
But then if you add it to Africa, then it's also the fact that that's going to ruin ecosystems like lions and whatever.
Which is not a good idea.
It's really not a good idea. I
think we should just keep them extinct.
Yeah,
bring back.
Yeah, that's us. Bang on it. Extinct. Stay extinct.
Yeah.
Now we have titanoboas, the largest snake species. They were the size of the three of the world's largest snakes currently. So 3 of them combined, that is a titanoboa.
Hell no, keep them extinct, man.
Yeah. Not want those back.
Yeah, they luckily they went extinct just before humans really evolved into our species. Which is
some Godzilla stuff, man.
Yeah,
you're chilling. Yeah, one of those come up behind you. Or you're gone in one bite.
Yeah, that would.
Bro, imagine one of them just escaping enclosures, just hide out in a swamp or something, just chomp everyone they see.
Exactly, man. They'll crush everything behind them.
Obviously, when we think about titanoboas, the main reason is because they can kill humans, but it would also be the fact that they would kill off all alligators, they'd kill off crocodiles,
Everything.
they'd kill off anything by there. Obviously, I believe titanoboas were around when they were around, I believe, South America. And if we brought them back, they would just kill the South American tribes. They would kill, like I said, all the crocodiles, all caimans, kill jaguars. They'd kill everything.
It's not good.
It's so I think that one.
It'd be more bad than good.
That one was sticking extinct on it. The next one we have is terror birds.
No, bro.
No.
Terror birds were known for vicious birds that would just kill anything. I believe they were the first. They were the largest carnivorous bird, I believe. Other than obviously dinosaurs, if you want to count them as birds and whatever.
The name says it all.
Yeah, terror bird. The name does say it all. They were vicious carnivores. So I think that one was sticking extinct on.
James, you know the experience we had with those terror birds in Ark, fam. Jumping our base.
Yeah, they were slaughterous. The next one I have is saber-tooth. Now,
that's kind of like normal tigers and stuff.
So saber-tooths were around the Americas, I believe, and the reason they went extinct was because I believe there was not as much food, and I believe we drove them to extinction as well.
No, it's that raccoon from Ice Man or whatever it is. Always
think about that. Yeah, we've got predators. Yeah. Yeah. That are already killing in the wild. Do we really need another species just because we killed it off like that like a whole nother species? That's a big deal.
Yeah, but then it's also the point that they'd be alive if it wasn't for us. And then we also feel the need to bring them back. Like we can't bring back other creatures and not bring them back. And also, there is sustainability. There's loads of deers, especially in Canada, where I imagine they would live around those sort of areas.
Yeah, because if they're back, a lot of their prey would get extinct as well.
Yeah,
like you said, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it depends how many they brought back. Obviously, they'd probably only bring back like 10, 20. See how they live, and if they live fine, then they'd bring back more or whatever, or they'd only bring 20 or whatever and see how they breed and just let a small population of them. Yeah. Another one I have here on my list is saber-tooths. Saber-tooth. What do you think about saber-tooths? Is mammoths.
They're just big hairy elephants.
I feel like they could be good for like those no wait, you won't have tribes in like icy places. Well, Eskimos to ride from. They can go and tame the goddamn mammoths.
The thing about mammoths is mammoths really in climate now they would probably live Canada for say. They would also be able to live in the UK.
There's also a problem. The ivory from their tusks. Poachers just
poachers. That's very true.
Yeah, new tiger.
Imagine you see a UK police officer from just riding on a mammoth one day.
What the?
Yeah, so mammoths are one of those they're really trying to bring back, but if they did bring back, they also don't know where they'd put them. Maybe they'd stick them in zoos or something and learn about creatures like that.
Bro, keep them out of zoos.
That's not a life for the animal, just to
exactly. But that's what they'd probably end up doing because you can't. I think they'd take it to Canada. Just take everything to Canada, bro.
There would be no point in bringing back a species and just locking it up anyways. That's just. If you want to bring back a species, give it its freedom at least.
The next one we have is it's not 100% confirmed extinct, is the Tasmanian tiger, also known as the thylacine.
Yeah.
I think that has to be 100% bring them back.
Yeah, we took those out with dingoes.
Yeah, so what happened with thylacines, the little let me get a picture up on them for the viewers now. Let me just. But thylacines.
They're right, beautiful.
To be honest, I've never seen one.
Yeah, thylacines.
Google one. It's like a dog cat.
Okay.
Yeah, they're actually marsupials, so they're related to kangaroos. They're carnivorous marsupials. Here, there's one if you can see that. They're carnivorous Yeah, marsupials, so they're related to kangaroos and things like that. They look like a dog and a cat. They're very strange creatures.
Literally.
They died off, I believe, in the 1930s. That was the last one recorded. The picture here you can see, recorded in a zoo.
People have said they've seen them though.
Yeah, there's also a university in Australia have spent hundreds of thousands of pounds on expeditions. Yeah. There's a large thing on those currently.
Are they extinct or not? Like, is there like a few more of them? Or are they defo?
They're called extinct, but a lot of people have seen sightings. And there is a zoologist who also went on the Joe Rogan show. He went on an expedition, and he said he was literally 2 minutes off one. They seen a fresh kill, they seen it kill something, and they heard the kill. They heard like the creature, and they put a camera down, so hoping it would go back to the kill, but it never went back to the kill. And loads of people are saying, "Oh, it was fake. He could have faked it or whatever." He's actually found loads of species that are presumably extinct, and he's found them.
Yellow caiman.
The yellow caiman, which were thought to be extinct, but they're no longer extinct because he found one. He also found the last tortoise on the Galapagos Islands, which were also thought to be extinct. So that must be a bring back, because they could.
Shows you, how little we know about the world.
Yeah, they were.
If we can at least get a breeding pair, breed them like mad.
Yeah, exactly.
Send them out to the world.
First off, they were in Australia and Tasmania. The reason they were killed off Australia was because a group of I believe, I can't remember where, but a group of people came in with dingoes, and the dingoes look exactly like them. And they're the same sort of size, so they eat the same sort of foods. And the dingoes brought them out of Australia because they were better hunting, because they're in packs. So that brought the thylacines out of Australia. Then they were living in Tasmania, and they started making farms in Tasmania. And Tasmania was known for loads of farms, and they brought the farms out, and they said no more Tasmanian tigers. And the government of Tasmania actually put bounties on every single thylacine, so all of them would die off, because they thought
I don't get that though, because if they're the same as the other things, why try to get them out?
Yeah, it's
humans, man. They just like
don't like change.
Yeah,
survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
It's very saddening, but
they do look like crazy, to be honest.
Yeah,
got a crazy jaw as well.
Yeah, their mouth opens really wide. But there is proof to suggest people had them as pets as well. So they could have been pets. So they were really, really calm with humans, and actually really shy around humans and whatever, which is really sad.
Interesting to have a pet like that.
Yeah, and yeah, it's really sad to see. But hopefully they can bring them back, and that for us is a must. You've got to bring them back.
That's
100%.
More about them, because we got rid of them without even knowing what they were, really, didn't we?
Yeah, I think that one's the closest to bringing back if they're not alive. Another one we have on the list is megalodons.
No.
Oh no, bro.
No. So here is my zoologist opinion on bringing back megalodons. Megalodons would ruin ecosystems just because there's already a low
completely.
There's already a low popularity of whales, and obviously their main food source would be whales, blue whales, humpback whales, things like that. And obviously that would bring their popularity down. They'd end up going extinct, and without whales, they'd have no food, and then they'll end up going extinct. So there's no point. That's just 2 for 1 there. There's a reason they went extinct, and obviously they didn't go extinct because of humans. That's
I feel like anything that went out naturally should that's the natural course, stay extinct.
Yeah. That's there's also another thing, insects. 300 million years ago was the first insects to come around. There was dragonflies the size of birds.
Yeah.
If we brought them back, obviously, imagine that. Imagine insects that are massive.
Bro, just beating the hell out of it, man. I hate insects.
Yeah, it's but there's also research to show that the insects, especially ants are actually taking over the world.
Ants are vicious.
How many ants?
That,
Not
so,
vicious, but
what
they're
do you
like
think?
Bro, those red
everywhere.
ants, bro, got you stinging.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
yeah. One bite from them, you're itching, bro.
Oh, bro, I seen some guy, yeah. He got to get accepted in that tribe.
yeah,
I
so we
think
had to
me
get
and
stung
Paul were
by
talking
a
about
load
it.
of bullet ants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, put his they got gloves full of them and made him put his hands in it and dance in it for like 2 minutes. Crazy.
2 minutes.
There's
The amount of
1
pain.
billion
Just
ants.
imagine how insane
1
you'll go
million
from just
billion.
hearing "hoo yeah, where your fucking hands are being shut up.
Yeah. There's
Right, it's all for a cause, isn't it?
the reason they think ants are taking over the world because ants normally have colonies and they have one queen ant. But wood ants, I know
Yeah.
David Attenborough done a documentary on it a few years ago. Wood ants are actually showing to go in massive colonies with about 20 queen ants and thousands and thousands. And these ants, they can spray acid. And there's a video
Oh,
of because they breed cows there and everything, and cows are going around. About 20,000 ants are just spraying acid at cows. Obviously, it doesn't affect the cows. Like, obviously, it smells nasty and it'll probably go in their eyes, so they'll just walk away or whatever. But
Now,
there's
imagine you trying
ruin
to
the
walk through
meat.
some forest, yeah, and you just get like sprayed with acid on.
yeah, but
by
these
some ants.
there's loads of
Yeah,
ants
that's what-
around, the world. You're going into massive colonies and thousands and millions even in one colony. It really, to me, so it's like the people of insects, really, isn't it?
yeah,
Because
I was
humans
just
do the
about to
same
say,
thing.
they're worse than us, man. What they're doing?
Yeah.
Taking over the
They
world.
do whatever they can to survive.
The,
'Cause they're
the
so
Yeah.
biggest
small.
population of animal or insect. And
We'll see if they wipe us out first or if we wipe them out. I mean, we'll see.
Mhm.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Ants versus yeah.
happening.
Turn into the Ant-Man out of Rick and Morty, fam. A million ants.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, this ants are one of those creatures that you really don't want to mess with. I mean, they are the proof to show that anything can kill anything in numbers. I mean, ants will kill massive creatures. For example, they'll kill snails, they kill slugs, praying mantises, which praying mantis can kill lizards and things like that. They really are.
Praying mantises are scary, man.
Yeah, I mean,
don't they like deploy soldiers and soldiers?
yeah,
and
they with their antennas they communicate with each other long distance, and they
It's
also
like the mafia.
and most ants are actually blind. Most species of ants are blind, and they have poor vision if they're not blind. And what they do is with their antennas, they sort of create a map of the world near them. So they create sort of a view near them by talking to each other, and that's how they know if something's been moved and if something's living with them. And if something
got a mini map, fam.
if something moves, they'll call loads of each other. Or if something moves and it kills an ant, the ant before it dies will normally send out a communication, or one of the ants will notice it's gone, and thousands will come and attack this thing for food. And they actually they eat the food and then they regurgitate it into the larvae that will obviously soon turn into ants.
You learn something there. So what they eat on, like, did they digest nothing? Like, did they not poop?
They eat, but the food that they obviously, if they have larvae, they regurgitate a lot of food as well. I mean, they will kill millions and millions of creatures in 1 year. A colony of ants.
Millions,
Yeah, they are some serious. Yeah, not to be messed
It
with.
was a good thing I used to stomp them things out in my garden when I was little.
I don't know if stomping on them is the right thing, but we'll start somewhere. Yeah, but ants will attack anything that comes near them. I mean, they'll attack humans if you go near them.
You got ants crawling up your legs all the time, bro.
Yeah,
and in your pants and stuff.
They're very aggressive creatures. They're the proof.
Do what they would need to survive, don't they?
Most insects don't really care about size. Another one is what we already talked about is praying mantis. They will kill lizards, like I said. They really don't care about size. Anything that's bigger than them that preys on them, their only way of defense is offense. They attack. Their defense is attacking.
And it works.
Yeah.
Gotta be aggressive.
And there's also praying mantises that actually sway, pretending to be in the wind. So they pretend that they're like a leaf or whatever, and they'll sway.
Oh,
See, that's smart, days.
Yeah, I mean, and that is just
something
we'll move on in later on in the podcast. It is proof of evolution and adaptation. They evolve to have these, to look like leaves and flowers and whatever, and then they sway in the wind to pretend to look like a leaf. I mean, you don't get that overnight.
No, that's knowledge passed down from the older generations.
Imagine just, hey, yo, hey, do this, bro. Just starts wiggling.
It is crazy. It's like, it's mad because, especially for example, like stick insects, they don't have mirrors. They don't know what they look like. So how do they know they look like a stick to pretend? Because they will also pretend to sway and whatever. They go hide in the trees and go by the bark to look like sticks and whatever. Like they don't know they look like sticks. So how do they do this?
How does that happen?
Evolution.
Adaptation, evolution, and everything. Yeah. Adapting to their environment.
And they know something works, and
their brain has to know that, like.
Yeah. You would think they've got no brain because they're like tiny and everything.
Well, ants don't have lungs. Most insects don't have lungs. They sort of like, I don't know what the word is. Through their skin they sort of the oxygen. They absorb the oxygen almost. Because it's gas, you can't.
It's just for animals.
That's how it works. That's insects. Most insects absorb the oxygen.
I mean, insects. My bad.
Yeah, and that's why most insects, 300 million years ago, were so big, because there was, I believe, like 20% more oxygen in the air than there is today.
Yeah.
So that means they were absorbing more oxygen, so they could.
Imagine those praying mantises back then. Oh my god.
That'd be scary.
10 feet tall.
So you had insects, and then insects slowly evolved into different things, and then they evolved into us over time. Yeah. And because insects they work, they've just got smaller and stayed with us for 300 million years.
Better just hide out.
Yeah. See, there's no reason for them to change, really, is there?
No, if something isn't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got that from Flight. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It is very true, though. I mean, you don't fix something that isn't broke. You can update it, which is almost like evolution. You're updating it.
They got no reason to do it.
Yeah, but they didn't need to. Yeah, I mean,
you get to the top, you just stop.
In insects, for example, bullet ants. Bullet ants they're so strange because there is no reason for them to have such a powerful sting. There is no reason for them to have such a powerful sting. They believe, to defend off their nest and whatever, but like they don't prey on anything too big. Like nothing really intrudes them.
But it might have been different a few years ago.
Yeah, that's it. You never know.
They've kept it just in case.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe. Maybe.
Think about how does all this venom stuff get in their bum?
It is crazy. It's all hidden in the thorax, and for example, there's a creature that actually releases acid, the same stuff you use for plane fuel. Not plane fuel, jet fuel. Sorry.
Like kerosene or whatever.
It's jet fuel is something different. To be able to go up to space, they use something.
Jet fuel is liquid oxygen and some of other stuff. I know it's got plane fuel in it. I know it's got that I don't know what plane fuel is, but I know it's got a bit of that.
Kerosene, or butane.
Yeah, kerosene. That's it.
From the earth.
Yeah, you can see these creatures. They like, if something touches them or anything, they like, and it doesn't come out of their thorax. It doesn't come out of their mouth. It just comes out of any side they're being attacked by. that'll come through their skin, almost like poisonous frogs. Which one drop of a poisonous dart frog is enough to kill 20 humans.
They wanna legalize frog poison, didn't you say the other day?
Yeah. So some people, some crazy people, smoke.
It's DMT, isn't it?
Yeah, DMT. They smoke frog poison, which is which apparently.
If you smoke it wrong, it could kill you, couldn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%. It could kill you.
I know that if you from the acacia tree, that DMT you can get. I know that you have to vaporize it. I don't think you can actually smoke it.
No, yeah. I think you vaporize it. Yeah, sorry, yeah. And then it gets people really high, and they have out of body experiences. But apparently there's loads of health benefits and things like that, which we can talk more on another podcast with you, Tommy, if you want to come on another podcast in the near future.
Oh yeah.
So there's loads of things on evolution and things like that, especially in insects is one of them.
Speaking about evolutions, you know animal cells?
Yeah.
How did they first originate then?
So animal cells first originated from, they believe that proatic cells, so that's cells that aren't as developed as plant cells and animal cells, they started to evolve mitochondria and things like that that have its own DNA, which slowly turned into plant cells and animal cells, and that's how they believe they came around. And then
speaking of evolution again, do you think apes actually evolved into humans?
There is lots of proof. The only proof they're really missing is the sort of halfway between ape and human. Yeah, so in between. They believe it was around 7 million years ago. 7 million to 3 million years ago. They believe that's when it first sort of happening. They believe the first human of our species was around 300,000 years ago. That's what they believe.
You see that thing a few years ago? They found a Neanderthal skull.
Yeah.
I think it was still intact, but I'm not sure.
We didn't evolve from
our ancestors are crazy. It was our ancestors, those small ones that made stone tools in it.
Yeah.
That first created.
Yeah, they believe stone tools were first made around 3 million years ago.
Yeah. That species went all across Europe, and
Yeah. Well, it was in Africa. They believe there was 15 to 20, I think, different species of human in Africa, around 6 to 2 million years ago.
Yeah, because it would be like tribes, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and then it was Homo sapiens. It was Homo sapiens around 300 to 200,000 years ago that first started to leave Africa and find different places, and then that's when that's when they started to move out, and then when they started to move out of Africa and things like that, that's when they started to develop the white skin to be more protected to the cold.
Like the cold.
Yeah.
The Homo sapiens were smarter compared to the Neanderthals, so they used like range.
That's what I can see here. Yeah.
Neanderthals used brute force and stuff, so that's how the Homo sapiens defeated the Neanderthals. So we originate from Homo sapiens and that Neanderthals.
Yeah.
It's
Neanderthals, they just smashed everything. That was like
You know what it is?
Go on.
I was just thinking about it. You know how like people say we're all equal skin color, all this and that. Not really, because we're all different species technically.
We're all the same species. It's just we've all developed different things. So, for example, darker skin color. Like, for example, when we go out to Spain or whatever, we get tanned. It's because it protects more to the sunlight. So, darker skin color protects them from skin light and things like that.
Yeah.
So we're all equal, but we're like it's different now because you have suntan lotion, you have loads of different things, you have clothes and things like that. So skin color doesn't really matter anymore. That's why we're all equal, and we are all equal.
No, yeah, I'm not saying like skin color matters. I'm just saying like we're not the same.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm just trying. No, I'm not trying to sound racist. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm doing my best.
Yeah. So we're all equal, but we all have our pros and cons. But obviously now, like I said, clothes and everything.
Our own traits.
Everyone's different, but everyone's the same. No,
Chris, what do you mean your own traits?
I don't know. I don't know what it means. Like, I know what it means. I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Yo, he don't know what it means, but he doesn't know what it means. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. You own traits. You own traits.
Your own traits.
But yeah, that's how Bill Nye the Science Guy showed skin color really well, and shows how the fact that economically and things like that, skin color, and how there's white supremacy and things like that, how bad it really is, because there's no need.
Yeah. He's very educational.
Yeah, and it's all around the planet. I mean, you say if white people, obviously it's not going to be the same, but say if white people went to some parts of Asia, and some parts of Africa, you know, that they'll get racially slurred because they're not used to that. Where it should be different in places in America and England, because we're used to different skin color, and you know, that's why equality is so important.
Still, oppression happens.
These countries.
Yeah. Which is stupid if you think about it, because Barack Obama literally was president a few years ago.
Yeah.
And this and cops are still being racist, and you know, normal people are being racist. It's ridiculous.
It's tall.
Barack Obama was a bit corrupt though, wasn't he, as well?
Yeah,
I think
every single.
It was with the army and stuff.
Yeah. That was.
Oh yeah, he was declaring a bunch of wars or some. Well, not wars, but like battles or something. I mean, look at Ronald Reagan, man. Look what that guy did. Look what he did to the streets, man. He put crackheads out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all.
There's no such thing as Ronald Reagan. There's no such thing as crackheads. What the hell?
The government is corrupt, all corrupt. But you know, that's
all for money. All for
oil, that's for a different episode. If you want to watch that, where we talk about conspiracies more. If you want to see that, we talk about government and things like that, then let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that really would. No, but yeah, so that's evolution. Evolution happens because animal cells first came along, and then we first became fish. They believe that we sort of started to develop from the core of the earth, deep down, low below the earth's surface, and the core was the heat, and fish started to come around from there, and then slowly we turned into amphibians. Amphibians like frogs and things like that grew legs. So amphibians, it means their eggs slowly start to. So for example, with frogs, you get tadpoles that swim around, and then slowly start developing legs and things like that into creatures that can walk, and then they slowly evolved into lizards, which means, you know, went through the eggs, they're just born, and then they can walk, and they don't have to go through that phase. And they have hard, tough skin. And then obviously lizards, then through T-Rexes, slowly evolved into birds and mammals.
Yeah.
You know how I think we came about, like, from the oceans and stuff?
Go on.
You know, it's like full of like particles of. Oh no, like I don't even know what the particles are. You know what? You might know what the particles are, like nutritious values or whatever they are.
Yeah, there's plastic particles. There's like
no, like when the Earth's first started, like there was like, I don't know, like vitamins and I don't know, like, but I think of it like this: how do you create a new element? Like you add electrons in it.
There's loads of different things, yeah.
So like, yeah. What if these particles are just adding up together?
You need different number of protons, neutrons, which is the nucleus inside a cell, and you need different amounts of electrons to make different elements, and then obviously those elements will get grouped together and things like that to make different things, and that's how the Earth comes around. And that's the air, and obviously, like you said, air, then nutritional values, and then that can bring over time creatures that take up these nutritious values, they have a sustainable diet, then they evolve to something that eats those, and it's so on and so on until you have today's world. Which
crazy, man.
It's crazy because you think we could still be evolving.
Yeah, we could be.
A few hundred years.
Yeah,
we wouldn't know though.
exactly.
Yeah, we wouldn't know. We're never gonna know.
People believe that aliens are actually evolved humans, because if you think of it over time, what's happened is animals have been getting smaller and started to get bigger brains.
Yeah.
So if you look at millions and millions of years ago, like I said, insects were massive. Then you had dinosaurs, then slowly evolved into things that are smaller but with bigger brains. And aliens, when you have the normal picture of aliens, it's a small human with a massive head.
But what if that's just how evolution goes anyways? That's just that's how it takes its turn. And then when it gets to advanced creatures like us, their brains start getting bigger, their bodies get smaller. What if that's just how evolution works all over the universe, and that's just how they're brought up on their planet? So
yeah, it could be, but that's it. You know, you never know. That's what I say. It could be that, it could be whatever, but that's a theory that some people have.
If we do get smaller with evolution, that could benefit us as well, because we would use less resources.
Yeah, we would need less food. We would need less oxygen. It would be very beneficial.
It would save the Earth.
you know, apparently aliens tiny, like little boys, like little kids.
Yeah.
Like the size of them.
Oh.
Man, we don't know until we,
actually
see. You heard about the Bob Lazar story?
No. Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah, and he apparently saw these creatures, and they were like the size of kids, and the seats in these spaceships were like the size of like little kids.
Yeah, I have heard that. Yeah, which is cool.
If we do explore the like space, I think we should explore the rest of the Earth first, because we don't know as much stuff as in the sea.
Yeah.
Not the sea. I reckon we leave the sea because.
Yo, what if the resources to get the fuck off this Earth is under the under the water or something? Anyways, man.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, Elon Musk says he's very close to being able to get to Mars with humans on board.
Yeah, he's grafting.
That's crazy.
He's putting in that work.
But a phrase I like to know that David Attenborough said. He said, "Why would you want to leave this beautiful Earth if we haven't discovered the whole of this Earth?" You know what I mean? Exactly. If we haven't discovered the whole of this planet, the beautiful planet that you probably won't ever see again, why are we just thinking, oh, we can leave in a few years? Why does it matter?
Yeah, it's our planet.
Exactly.
You know my excuse was, whenever I got caught in an abandoned building, I'd always just say, yo, I'm trying to look at the beautiful past, man. That's all I'm trying to do. Just look at the memories of this Earth, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, we've messed up already. That's why I think we don't explore anymore. It's just you don't want to. There might be things that want to be left alone down there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
We've messed up, but I still think we can change it. Like maybe, clean energy, clean resources.
Listening
we need the government to listen and to start making rules stricter.
Yeah.
See, the government won't know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what it is?
They're not making money if they do it this way.
The civilians, anyways, they say all this. They say that they want to put clean energy, all that solar energy, all that, but they don't do it.
They don't do it. Isn't it? It's the cost, because not a lot of people use it.
Yeah.
Well, it's gone down since when it was first implemented, but it's still quite expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Everything's expensive nowadays.
Yeah, that's true. I think that will do for this podcast. I reckon, boys. You think that wraps it up? Thank you guys for watching the second episode of the Real Talk podcast. Hopefully,
thank you, Tommy, for
thank you very much for joining us. This has been a fun time.
Thank you for having me on.
And hopefully your music career goes where you want it to go, and hopefully it takes you far, and you'll come back on the podcast when they're famous. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy this podcast. Please let friends know, let family members know about the podcast as we try and
share it around.
Yeah, share it around. give it a like. Let us know what you think of this podcast. Tell us if there's anything to improve on, and
pros, cons.
Yeah, tell us. Compare it to our first one, because I know we've tried to improve things on our first one. That you guys give us information on, and hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you the next episode, which will hopefully be soon. Peace.
Have a good one.